What's up, people? I am back for another video. We are here to do the final, I guess, chapter in the Rocky movies with the movie Creed. Um, I did this video yesterday, but then I fucked up, so I decided to just do it today. We're still gonna be doing the Kiss of the Dragon review. I'll review that. I'm probably gonna watch it right after I'm done with this video. But this movie came out back in 2018. I didn't watch it when it first came out. I think I watched it. I found a way to watch it a few weeks later, and I remember really liking it. I watched this one once though, and I rewatched it last night, and I think it's a good movie. I think the first one is much more solid film, but I do like the second one. I like the callbacks to Rocky Four. It was cool that they got Dolph Lundgren to come back. I thought he did a good job of almost playing like a. They were going for like this, Drago that lost everything, you know. So I think they did a good job of presenting that. Victor, his son, was did really good as the antagonist, and it just like looking at him, I'm like, I could see him being Drago's son. This one definitely was more of Donnie or Donis, whatever you want to call him. This is more of his story. Like, there are some scenes where Rocky isn't in it, like, because Rocky, has the whole cancer subplot in the first one. So in this one, it is more a Donis focus, but I think that's fine. I like that we kind of are past the whole illegitimate son thing, so it's not really mentioned in this. So I think the final fight in the end was good. Um, I think in general this film is shot great. Like I'm trying to think of the only negative I really have. I don't really think I have one. I mean, I already don't like. You already know. Because I mentioned this in the first one. I don't like Tessa, but she's just the girlfriend character. So she does fine in this role, where she's just the girlfriend character. So this film kicks off with we're introduced to Victor, um, along with his father. He has a fight and he basically decimates his opponent. And then we cut back to Donnie Creed, training, getting ready for his. He's won several bouts and is getting ready for his first, or second, I guess this would be, World Heavyweight Championship match, or light heavyweight. Yeah, no, World Heavyweight Championship match against Danny Wheeler, who he's the guy who knocked him out when he was trying to show himself that he was ready. So it was that guy. So the fight itself was pretty quick. Donnie wins his first title. Him and Rocky share a moment because he tells Rocky he's gonna propose to Bianca. So he proposes to Bianca, and Bianca wants to move out of Philly. That would mean leaving Rocky. While all of this is happening, we get a really good scene with Drago and Victor arrive at America because Victor wants to challenge Donnie for the title. So while Victor publicly challenges Donnie on the TV, we get this really good scene between him and Drago, Rocky and Drago, at the restaurant. Really good. Drago mentions that he basically, after losing the fight to Rocky, that he lost everything. And I think they did a good job of portraying Drago, like, with that. Like, this is Drago's disheveled, and I get it, he's older, but he's not as, like, jacked. He even mentioned he lost Ludmilla, or Bridget Nelson, who actually makes a cameo appearance in this. There's one scene where, I guess I'll just spoil it, where she's like at this like Russian family dinner where Drago and Victor are, and then then you see it really quick at the fight in the end. But so I wish the scene though between Rocky and Drago went a bit longer. I would not have minded more. I kind of wanted it to be more of a back and forth, but that's fine. So after that, Donnie talks to Rocky, and you can clearly tell Rocky doesn't want to do the fight. He even regrets not throwing in the towel because he doesn't want it to end like what happened with Apollo. So Adonis kind of basically says, yeah, he's moving. Him and Bianca move out to L.A. He starts training with Tony Little Duke, who's the son of Tony Evers from the first one, from the guy who trained Creed Apollo. He's the son of that guy. So he starts training under him, and we get your usual training montage before the fight. And now everyone's watching the fight, and Donnie, and Victor have the fight. And the fight is very one-sided. Donnie gets his ass beat, gets his ribs broken by because he rushes into the fight, and and it makes sense doing it this way. They want to show like how powerful Victor is. So Victor beats him, but doesn't win the title because he punched Donnie while he was down. So basically, that's like a DQ. So Rocky, who's watching the fight, arrives in LA and wants to help, but Donnie's still kind of mad at him. So he kind of tells Rocky to go away. Then he starts, doing physical therapy to fix his injured ribs. And then Bianca is revealed to be pregnant, and and they have a daughter, and we get a really good scene. Rocky's named her godfather. Then while watching the media, basically Victor starts challenging Donnie for a rematch, and he decides to go with it. So Rocky agrees to train Donnie, and they train in the desert. We get this cool training montage, like where because Victor's in Russia, so he's training in the cold while Donnie's training in the middle of the California desert. Cool training scene, but they should have dubbed instead of the rap music they were playing. And I get what they were going for. This is a black character, so they feel like you gotta have some hip hop element. That's fine. I'm fine with it in like the beginning and some of the earlier training scenes. It should have, but I saw someone dub "Hearts on Fire" in the training scene, and watching, and I'm like, they should have just did that. If you're gonna make this one like a callback to Rocky IV, you should have had at least that scene, him play "Hearts on Fire." I think that would have made the scene work so much better. But like I said, it's a minor complaint. It's the end of the day. It's whatever. But I just still think, yeah, it should have been. You should have played "Hearts on Fire." Just when I watched that scene with the song dubbed in, I'm like, it works so much better. But yeah, so Donnie, starts training through, like, even with his injured rib. And then basically now the rematch is in Moscow, which is kind of cool. Another callback to Rocky IV. The fight itself was really good. I like how well it was shot. It starts off with, Donnie taking a lot of damage, even getting knocked down a couple of times. And then, him getting up. But then he starts taking it to Victor. We even get a callback to when Drago first got hit in Rocky IV, where he gets hit and his corner of his eyes cut. They kind of do that in this one. Very much a back and forth, but Donnie starts taking control. And one good hit, Victor is down, but he does get up and he's still going. But you could tell he's just running on fumes. And even Ivan had to throw in the fucking towel for his son. So Donnie retains, gets the win. And I like that we get a really good moment between Drago and his son where he just hugs him. Like, even if he lost the fight, he still loves his son. So we see them training together, now, they're cool. while Rocky looks at a picture of his son Robert and actually visits him, which is kind of cool. I like that little callback, and they actually got the actor who was older Robert uh, from Rocky Balboa, so they got him to come back, which is pretty cool, and it's a good thing. I think that was a smart move. Because I mean, there's no you can get him back for. Because I'm thinking the dude. I've seen him in other stuff, but I don't think he's like some big name actor. So it's like you can get him for one scene, and I think that was a good move. While Donnie is talking to his father, he's at his father's grave, and is telling about his father, about his accomplishments. Brings Bianca and his daughter. What's his daughter's name? I'm trying to look for his daughter's name. Amara. So yeah, he brings her along while Rocky, yeah, like I said, is talking to his son. So that's pretty cool. I like this movie. I think this is another good continuation of the sequel from Creed. I think the villain or antagonist. I don't like calling these guys villains because they're not evil. They're just other boxers. So they're just antagonists. So apparently, I just saw they are doing a third one. And Jordan, Michael B. Jordan's apparently directing it this time. We'll see. But I overall like this one. I would give this one like a 7.5. Um, I think it shot well. It just needed more of that 80s. If you're gonna make it a callback to Rocky 4, you needed that like 80s soundtrack, I think. I think that's the only aspect it was missing. But other than that, I really like the movie. I think Creed and Creed 2 are how you do a continuation of an old franchise where you don't destroy what came before, and even like continuing it with new characters. And but all around, yeah, I'll admit I won't probably watch this one as much. I probably mainly watch the first Creed, but I do like this one. I think this one is a good one. Donnie's a good character. I love Stallone's performance in this, even though I'll admit his performance in the first one is something else. I think he is good in this one too. And it was cool that they did a bunch of callbacks, obviously to Rocky Four mainly, but bringing his son, Rocky's son, back and meeting his grandson, that was pretty cool. Um, we're kind of past the whole illegitimate child thing, so it's kind of like we can just ignore it. But yeah, I definitely would recommend this movie, for sure. Creed 3, we'll see what they do. I hope they don't do Clubber's son. Don't do that. That'll be kind of cheesy. I think they need to just bring in like a new antagonist that um, Donnie can face. Sorry, it's a fucking fly. I wouldn't mind like if they just if they I don't know what happened there. If Donnie fought somebody new, make a new antagonist if you have to. I think that's the way to go. Let's get this other Rocky antagonist like Clubber. Let's have him have his son. Like no, I was fine with it for this movie. I don't think we need to do that twice. I think that would just be kind of cheesy. You're better off just doing bring in like a new antagonist, just a straight up new antagonist all around. And you can still have callbacks to other films, but don't do don't get Clubber's son. I just think that'd be too cheesy. It made sense with Ivan because Drago Ivan killed his son, killed his father. I mean, so it made sense there. But doing it with Clubber wouldn't make sense. Clubber just lost the fight. That's all that happened. So, like I said, this movie's a 7 out of 10. Later today, we'll be doing a Jet Li Monday, and I'll be reviewing the movie Kiss of the Dragon. So that's gonna be fun. And then I'll review it later tonight. Tomorrow we'll be kicking off Beverly Hills Cop, which that's gonna be fun. I cannot wait to be getting back into those movies again. So, but other than that, as usual, Fuck Warner Brothers. Fuck Disney. Fuck LaBitch James. Definitely fuck LaBitch James. I'm gonna say that one more time. Fuck LaBitch James. Fuck Colin Kaepernick. Fuck Kevin Smith. And of course, fuck Joe Biden. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Or later. Peace!